Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our space again. Today we have a very important topic, which is best time to meet with your spouse so that you can get pregnant. Yes, very, very important, because many couples think meeting with their spouse throughout the month, every day of the month, frequently, will increase their best chance of implantation, as in getting pregnant, but that is not the truth. In this video, I will explain the best time you meet with your spouse so that you can minimize your chances of achieving pregnancy. Before we begin, please, I want you to like this video. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want you to turn on your notification bell so that you won't miss any of my fertility education videos. Very, very important. Now, number one thing you need to do is understanding your fertile window. Yes, fertile window means the possible days you can get pregnant when you meet with your spouse. The possible days you can impregnate your wife. That is the meaning of as in fertile window. A woman can only become pregnant during few days in each day of her menstrual cycle, and this period is called your fertile window. The fertile window include 5 days before your ovulation and a day of the ovulation. Do you understand? And possibly a day after your ovulation. These are the fertile window. These are the period your wife can get pregnant. Do you understand? This is because sperm can survive in the female body for up to 5 days. Do you understand? Why the egg of a female can only live 12 to 24 hours after ovulation and it dies off. So you see, if sperm are already waiting when the egg is released, fertilization is much likely to occur. Do you understand? So now, when should you meet with your spouse to get her pregnant? Now, the highest chances of pregnancy is when you meet with your spouse 1 to 2 days before your ovulation and the ovulation day itself. For most couples, they think meeting with their spouse every day during the fertile window is very, very important. Very, very important. If you can, meeting with your spouse every day during the fertile window is very, very important. It's very good. This provides excellent chances because if a healthy sperm are available whenever, ovulation occurs. You see, if you know when you are ovulating, do you understand? You can also meet with your spouse 3 to 4 consecutive days leading to up to the day of your ovulation. You see, if you know the days you're ovulating, so you can start meeting with your spouse 3 to 4 consecutive. Very, very important. Now, how will you know you are ovulating? You don't have to guess it. There are some signs. Number one sign is that you start having clear, slippery egg white cervical mucus. Yes. Then there is a mild lower abdominal pain on one side. Do you understand? In some women. Then some women also have increased libido, increased attraction to their spouse. You see? Then now, a positive ovulation kit. That's some. But then another thing is follicular trichome by the use of ultrasound scan, which is the most accurate way to monitor your ovulation. Then timing, another thing is timing based on your own cycle length. Timing based on your cycle length, because it's not everybody that have 28-day cycle length. Some have 28 days, some have 30 days, some have 32 days. It's not everybody that have 28-day cycle length. You see? So now, if your menstrual cycle is regular, ovulation usually happens about 14 days before your next period. Do you understand? Then, for example, somebody that have a 28-day cycle is usually likely to ovulate on day 14. Then, on day 14, then do you understand? Then from that 14 day, count back. If you count 3 days before that day 14 day, to the next day that is 15 day is your fertile window. You can actually achieve pregnancy on these days. Then somebody that have 30-day cycle length, the person's ovulation is around day 14. Then you still come again and count 4 days backwards to the next day after, that's day 17. That is your fertile window. You're likely to get pregnant on this day. Then if in another month you still have 32-day cycle length. Your ovulation day is around day 18. Actually, some person don't actually need to calculate all these things. It is their grace. But if you know you're finding it difficult to get pregnant, you have to take note of this calculation. Very, very important, and it will help you a lot. Now, knowing your cycle length, knowing your cycle can help you identify the possible days you can achieve pregnancy. Very, very important. Now, let's look at common mistake couples make. Many couples intentionally reduce their chances of pregnancy. Do you understand? By waiting until the day of the ovulation before they will start meeting with their spouse. Then now, some will start meeting their spouse only once during the day of the ovulation. Just during that period of fertile window, they will meet once. Do you understand? That is not the way. Then assuming regular period always means regular ovulation. Regular period doesn't mean regular ovulation. Or it is important to monitor those signs. Do you understand? Then some persons will ignore the male factor, focusing on only the female factor. No, remember, sperm health is still very important the way egg health is very important, because these two have to meet to achieve very good results. So don't ignore anything at all. Now, what if you've been trying without success? If you've been trying without success and you are under 35 years and you have been trying for 12 months without getting pregnant, it's time for a fertility evaluation. If you are 35 years or older, seek evaluation after 6 months of trying. Don't keep guessing. Get the right test for both partners so the actual cause can be identified and treated. Very, very important. Now, my final thought for all my beautiful mamas and my beautiful couples: the goal isn't just to meet with your spouse more, do you understand? Is to meet with yourself at the right time. The goal is not to meet, no, is to meet with them at the right time to achieve pregnancy, because that is what you want. So knowing your fertile window can significantly improve your chances of conception. But if pregnancy isn't coming despite good timing, don't lose hope. There may be an underlying issue that can be diagnosed and treated. Do you understand? Don't lose hope if you've not achieved success yet. There may be just an underlying issue that can be diagnosed and treated. Please, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you saw this video through Facebook, I want you to like, I want you to drop your comment. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. See you in my next video.